Never perfect.
Man.
Always fun.
We're going drinking! Yeah!
Deanna and Justin in the moment.
I'm having a day, and it is 9 o'clock. So, my mom's with us, which is not the problem.
Okay.
The problem is that Jacob and I made an agreement weeks ago before my mom got here about how we're going to handle all of this, like, shuffling around, because Jacob works from home now, and I knew we would have to podcast and, people being in each other's spaces. Like, we're in a 2-bedroom apartment right now. Jacob and I had this settled, and he agreed that he would wake up and he would bring his laptop down to these beautiful office spaces that my apartment offers for free.
Yeah.
And work from here while my mom was staying with us.
Okay.
And then I said, if you get uncomfortable, you can come back up to the apartment and work from the bedroom. We'll put your desk in the bedroom. Because I'll be up at some point. And the room will all be yours. And then so last night we moved the desk into the bedroom. Did he come down to the offices? Where am I? Where do you think
Are you in the offices?
I am? I'm in the offices.
Are there people around you?
No, I mean, so it's definitely not a soundproof room, but I am in a room and I am by myself. I mean, I can hear the staff down at the leasing desk. Like, I can hear them, just having their regular old Monday. So that's where we're at.
Is your mom in the apartment right now?
She is.
You should be like, make yourself sparse. You're a visitor. There's a lot to do here.
Well, see, here's the problem. I mean, she would. She totally would. But if I go and try to podcast in the apartment right now, and then Jacob has a conference call or someone calls him, God forbid, the two of us are on the phone at the same time, even with a door shut, there's just no way. I'm like, I'm leaving, going to the offices. I will be back.
It's the one time that you'll use the amenity. That's it. That's it.
Legitimately, because I have no other reason to be here.
In California, my apartment opened to the pool. I was there for 2.5 years. I used the pool one time. So if you're thinking of moving and they show you all this fancy stuff, you might use the gym. It's about it. You're not going to use it. And like the dog bath, or they have a dog bath, something like that. That's it.
Yeah. You're definitely not going to use all the amenities. It doesn't matter. Like, I did use the pool a lot, but that's because I work at night and I had nothing else to do during the day but lay by the pool.
It's like when you go to a hotel and they're like, all right, around the corner is the pool. I'm like, it's a Holiday Inn. I'm not going in the pool. Is there a free breakfast? That's it. That's all I'm really caring about.
Like when you stay at the DoubleTree, you stay for the warm chocolate chip cookies you get when you check in, and that's it.
They will make those for you overnight, because when I was in Memphis, we got back at 3 a.m. after a long night of being in Memphis. And the lady goes, do you want cookies? And I went, are you an angel sent from the Lord above? And then she made it. Like, she kind of knew. I think they just, like, they know if there's a conference in town, like, they're just doing late night cookies. But also, like, if you're an overnight hotel person, like, there's not much going on.
Yeah. What are you really doing at a hotel front desk overnight?
The doors are locked. Yeah, like, you're just making cookies.
Yeah. So since this is a special holiday edition, because we're doing this about an hour before it'll publish, what is like the least Christmas thing you've done on Christmas, like ever in your life?
Oh, this is like every year. Like now we're going out to dinner, but usually we would go to the movies, or we would go to this place called the Pizza Stop, which is just a pizza restaurant, and then do nothing. I'm telling you, it's the best. Like, I love doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure my mother is disappointed there are no grandkids, but let me tell you, this is the best. Like, my friends, my buddy Bill, I'll go by names. Right. They're at 4 houses on Christmas Day. And his wife is now pregnant with their second child. I'm like, brother, that is hell. That's not even fun. That's not even Christmassy. Host. You just always host. That's it.
Let me tell you something.
I don't want to do any. Flying home from California, they're like, oh, we got like, my family's like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this. And I'm like, my ass ain't getting up off the couch. I just flew 6 hours overnight. I ain't moving. Hey, come to me. I'm the king.
My Christmas has been chaos since the day I think I turned 2 years old. No. Because I always had to share Christmas. I always had to go to my dad's and then go back home to my mom's. And, you know, which is fine as a kid because you're like, 2 Christmases.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Right. Like I got to go to 2 different houses, get 2 different sets of presents. I mean, it was great. As an adult, no thank you. And then when I got married, I was like, oh, now I got to incorporate a third family into this craziness that I have to participate in. But this year, because we just moved and everything's different, and my mom is here, my stepdad just flew in, we are ordering Chinese.
We should do that all the time. I love this Chinese on Christmas. It's the best Chinese, too, because they got to bring in extra people.
Yeah.
Like they're like double. The Chinese restaurants are double staffed, 100%.
Yeah, I'm so
Fresh
stoked.
Food. It's the best.
I even got like a media email that gave me the rundown on what's happening in Nashville on Christmas Day, and one of them said order takeout from Best Walk, and I'm like, that's who I'm calling.
See, this is the problem when you're in a new town. Like you got to find them because there's a lot of bad Chinese food. But there's a lot of good Chinese food. We got to find it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to find it.
What do we do? Like, we're going out to eat tomorrow.
Same.
And then on Wednesday, whatever the days of the week are.
Wednesday's Christmas. We're
going to my aunt's for like 3 hours because I have to be up the next day. And my mom has to work the next day.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then that's it. And then on Friday night is the traditional meat fest between me and my friends. You hit pause because this dog is already on my nerve.
Oh my god.
She's being so rambunctious.
It's
like 8 degrees outside. I'll leave her out there. She likes it.
Oh my gosh. My dog, I could not get him to go for a walk last night. Every single night, I take him out for a walk, a quickie, so he could just go to the bathroom when I get home from work. This is like 12:20. And I got home last night and I'm waiting by the door. He's not coming. So I go into the bedroom and I try to get him. He won't budge. I put the leash on. I attached the leash to his collar and he just laid there and looked at me. He's like, it is 28 degrees. I am not going out there.
Oh no, she lays in the snow. It was like 8 degrees yesterday. She was sleeping out back.
He wouldn't do it.
So Friday's our meat fest. So me and my high school friends, which again, people are like, you're still friends with your high school friends. And I go, barely, but we like each other. We go to Fogo, right? Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
We just eat, right? This is like the one place I take charge. I'm like, the drinks have to keep coming. If the beef rib doesn't come out, we're staying another hour. Okay? It always happens. Like the beef rib's the best thing there. So we go and we eat. It's just the dudes, no wives, no kids. And then we go to the bar that I worked at, like our local bar afterwards. And then like some of the significant others will meet us there. I think it's funny every year though, because all my friends with wives are like, they act like it's last minute. The one year, Deanna, I kid you not. They get so jealous. This is how I know. They were like, it's too cold for them to drive the 10 minutes to the steakhouse.
What?
So every year I bring up the temperature and I go, is it too cold today? This is why being single is tight, dude. It's so tight. So tight.
Question though, to play devil's advocate, not saying that I am not anywhere on the same page as these wives, because I'm not.
Yeah.
But
they're all my friends too. I grew up on all my friends equally.
Oh, right. I know. You went to high school with all of them.
Yes.
They're all like high school sweethearts, right?
No.
No?
But they all like met.
Oh, but they all knew each other.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Like they kind of found each other after. It's kind of I like the story. I think it's funny.
But okay, devil's advocate. How drunk do you guys get? How obnoxious and stupid?
Well, it depends who you are. Like a lot of them don't. I'm gonna get savage.
If one of them came home drunk and obnoxious 1 year, bet your ass that wife is like, oh God, I hate this event.
That's fine. There's 365 days out of the year. We've been doing this for like 10 years. So 364, he's all yours. You don't have to sign a permission slip. 360 that one day, that's it, man. Like my friends are like working, like doing yard work during Eagles games. I'm like, there's one day. One day.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm not saying I agree with them. I'm just
one day. This is why it's tight. Who do I have to answer to? Like I make dinner for my parents and I hang out with the dog. Dude, I legit, and this sounds like the most selfish thing ever. I don't think I could ever give up my freedom. Legitimately could do it. It's what I'm good.
I mean, but I think that's the common misconception is like, once you get into a relationship, forget it. Like you have no life, you have no freedom. That's not the case. Like Jacob and I both do whatever the hell we want.
I would say, now this is not a knock on people I know. People that I know of, like outside of my friends.
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you, like the first sign of that, my ass is gone. Like I'm done.
Well, but that's unhealthy. You should be out. That's an unhealthy relationship. There's no way that your significant other should be trying to deter you from like spending time with the people that you like. And I don't know, like doing things that you enjoy, as long as it's like not disrespectful to them.
You know, like the perfect woman for me is like kind of artsy, kind of emo, and just we leave each other alone.
Yeah.
Like maybe we don't even sleep in the same bed. Like, I'm fine with that.
I love a sleep divorce. There is something so great about it.
I am 33. I have a sleep routine. If you think I am breaking that, it's not happening. And here's the thing. If I meet a woman who's the same way, she's the same way. Like she's got a sleep routine. Like we're doing 2 comforters. We don't need 1 comforter. I fart. I snore. I'm not subjecting you to this.
I'll tell you what. Either we're getting a California king when we finally buy a house here, or we just got to make sure there's enough bedrooms for him to work from home and for us to both sleep separately, because
I think you could. I mean, I think that's pretty easy. I think you can easily do that.
I love a good sleep divorce. I think it keeps a marriage strong.
Yeah. Like be independent. Like you are people. You function together, but also function separately. Yeah. This is not a knock on people I know. This is just people that I see.
And this is a highly recommended idea coming from a person who's done it. Like Jacob and I have opposite schedules. We have for the majority of the last 8 years of our lives. It's so much better to sleep separately.
Speaking of Christmas, what the hell is wrapping paper aesthetic?
Oh, it's like, what kind of wrapping paper are you? Like, are you traditional plaid? Are you like funky, like pink reindeer? Are you,
I saw a woman online. Now, this is why single is tight. She was like, I wrapped all his presents in like black and white. It looked nice. Like it looked like a department store. And then he bought her presents and they were all wrapped in something different and like put next to her presents. And she was like mad online. And I went, divorce.
That's stupid.
I was like, I think there's something deeper here. Let's dive into this on TikTok.
Definitely.
And then I dove into the comments and everybody agreed with me. So I'm validating. TikTok comments, validation.
I'm pretty sure that they're like trying to show the space up here because all of the staff just walked like by the office that I'm working out of, looked in, and then like walked away.
Do you think that they think you're on a therapy call?
It's possible, but also I'm smiling way too much to be in therapy.
That's not an endorsement on therapy whatsoever.
Listen, I love therapy. I advocate for it. I've been going for 10 years.
That is not endorsement.
Actually, I've been going for probably more than that. But
did you see the crisis I was going through on my Instagram stories?
Merry Crisis?
No, the crisis that I discovered that I am so good at like the Philly accent impression because I had it really bad and I didn't know until right now.
I've been watching all of your old videos from when you were
bad.
in like college radio or high school radio. That's high school radio, wasn't it?
High school TV.
Yeah.
We had legit stuff. Now, mind you, I just want to say this, like looking at the people that were in those videos, right? So I'm still in broadcasting.
Yeah.
The guy I was with, my buddy Kevin, he was in radio. He just quit like 2 years ago to go to law school. And then the other guy, my buddy Jason, is a dentist who is probably going to retire soon to become a full-time Indian wedding DJ. Like that's what he does on the weekends.
Okay.
Yeah. So him and his brother became dentists. But so it's funny because like me and Kevin always wanted to do broadcasting, and Jason was like the best one at it. And we all were like, dude, like you could be on ESPN, you could do this. So he wound up becoming a dentist. And I think his plan was legitimately to just make a ton of money. So then he can do like these 4-day Indian weddings. And that's what he's doing. Like he just travels and does, and he's great at it. I mean, he's like spinning tunes. He's got drummers. Like they're, Indian weddings are super intense.
Yeah,
right?
they are. Does he have to wear the whole outfit too?
Yeah, he always looks fly. His mother cooked the best damn food I've ever had in my entire life. I miss that. We went over there like 3 or 4 times. He's one of my good friends.
Yeah.
And then obviously we drift apart. Like once in a while we'll text each other, but he was like the one where like he's gonna make it.
Yeah.
And then the other girl is now a weather person for 6ABC. So like I feel like the broadcasting people and the other guy is a director in LA. So if you really want to get into communications, you have to go to my high school, apparently. It was great. We had green screens. We had all of our stuff was the same stuff as 6ABC, like all the cameras and the control boards. So like we know how to it was crazy. So my teacher's archiving it, and I'm going through all these, and my accent's terrible.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. If my high school had this, I didn't know. I had no idea. It would have been cool.
I think about it now. Like, you know how like in movies, the AV kids are nerds? I was like, we're pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
As I sit here with my thick glasses because I cannot see without them. But yeah, I put that up on Instagram and people are like, you have an accent? I'm like, you have it. You don't know you have it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Accents are tough. I got made fun of a lot.
I think like when I get angry or like have 3 beers, it comes out. Like obviously when I'm on the air, it doesn't. But here's the thing. On the air in Philly, I do let it fly sometimes, so it sounds relatable.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like on commercials and stuff, I don't.
No, I mean, but it works there. But yeah, it took me a long time to get rid of the majority of my dialect. And sometimes it still comes out when I'm aggressive. I
was like not finishing words. Like, how the hell did I wind up here? And then I listened to like tapes from when I first started. I was so bad. So bad. I'm not saying I'm good now, but I was like I'm substantially better. But it was bad. I was trying to be. I was like, I remember one time I said I did a tape, right? And I sent it to an old PD. And he called me like 4 minutes after listening to it. And I thought he was going to say, stop doing what you're doing, which he basically did. He's like, you sound like you're vomiting. And then I just stopped from that on. So sometimes you need someone to say you suck. This is therapy. You suck.
We are in an industry that is like so hypercritical that I think the only requirement is being able to have a thick skin and accept constructive criticism.
I think you just don't care. Like I don't care. Like I'm gonna say some stupid stuff. If I mess up, I don't care. Like I think everybody's trying to be too perfect, right? There's like 8 jobs available. You gotta be different. You gotta just be stupid. Just don't.
I will tell you though, I was leaving an event last week with 2 of the people that work at my station part-time. And we were all in a car together going back to the station. And we were listening to another station that's not in our company. And the jock came on and did a break and he was telling a story.
Yeah.
And about a minute and a half into his story, which is already too long for a story.
Uh-huh.
He wasn't even halfway done the story, you could tell. And I was like, out loud in the back seat of the car, I was like, oh my God, shut up already. And the two guys in the front seat were like, then they started carrying on and like criticizing the guy. And
oh my God, you guys are evil.
No, and then the one guy was like, yeah, he's just a bad storyteller. I'm like, he is so boring to listen to. I was like, he lost me 10 minutes ago. Like, land your plane.
Guys, I have one piece of advice. This will, if you ever want to do anything, entertain people, this is the only advice you ever need. You don't have to go on the radio. You just want to be a good storyteller. Tell the end of the story at the beginning, and that's it. Figure it out from there.
I gotta tell you.
Once I figured that out, I was like, oh, people will pay me to do this? I'm like, all right, cool. That's it.
Like, if you cannot tell a story in 30 seconds, you shouldn't tell it. You shouldn't tell it. It doesn't mean your stories always have to be 30 seconds long, but like, if you can't make it succinct and just give me the meat and potatoes, like, then don't tell the story.
Your stories don't have to be good. You know,
it doesn't even have to be a good story. It just has to be like short enough for me to not lose it.
I'm not criticizing anybody. Someone was like, it was.
Oh,
like
I am, man. I got
one of those Instagram things. And I was like, there's no jobs left. Just be nice. And I'm like, whatever. You know what? Let me tell you, I'm still a mean person. I try not to be as mean as I was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing it to be mean. And trust me, I am not the best one in our industry by any means, clearly, because I'm not making hundreds of thousands of dollars and I'm not number one all the fucking time. So, and there's
Guys,
a reason.
I'm just saying, we've been doing this for 70 episodes and Deanna dropped the first F-bomb. So she also dropped the first F-bomb on our last station and we didn't have a dump button and it just went over the air. And then she goes, I'm getting fired. So what I did is lied to her for 25 minutes because I'm like, you're definitely getting fired, but I'm not going to tell you that.
It's okay here because we have free reign on a podcast. But I was pooping my pants when I did that. I'm being very transparent. As soon as you said that, I started thinking about who we could hire as a new co-host. So I'm like, you're getting fired. That's it. I was sure of it. I'm like, this is our last show. And now I got to do this by myself, which sucks. Because Dad talks so damn much. I'm like, I literally was like, I'm going to have to walk into EJ's office after this. And we're going to have to find somebody in Philly to come fill in. It was like, all right, Jen, Sarah. I was going through them. I'm like, I was convinced you were getting fired. I legitimately thought I was going to lose my job. I thought on a whim, something fleeting, it just came out of my mouth by mistake. I cannot believe a moment like that is going to make me lose my job. I was terrified.
I'll be honest with you. I am shocked you didn't get fired. I'm still shocked to this day.
You know what? I'm just grateful.
At least I cursed off in the background.
I'm just grateful.
Yours was just, and then Jacob said, F it. Right in the microphone. Let me say how this goes. And then I went, oops. And then we went to break.
No, you were like, we both stared at each other for what felt like an eternity.
It was about 4 seconds.
And you went, hit the button.
I was like, that's it. And I pulled my contract up to make sure wasn't going to get fired. I was like, this is it.
We got one text from a listener. One.
So funny.
And they said, whoops.
I don't think people cared. But I was like,
I don't think they cared either. Luckily, I think they liked us enough to let it slide because a lot of people would not let that slide.
I got home and I'm like, Mom and Dad, I'm like, we're going to have to change the name of the damn show again. I'm like, she's getting fired. I was like, I didn't want to tell you in that
100%.
I should have just been like, you're getting canned, dude.
You did a great job of like not letting me freak out because I think if you told me I was getting fired, I would have cried.
Yeah, because you were getting fired. And no one noticed. Somehow, some way, the people who listened to the whole show who paid us didn't hear that segment.
And if they did, they let it go.
No, they didn't hear it. If they would have heard it, you would have got fired.
You don't think? I think if EJ heard it.
Yeah, if they heard it, you would have been gone that day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if EJ heard
People have been fired for much less. Or suspended. At least suspended.
I feel like they had been through so much as it is. And you were like, like we had just gotten you in place like a few months before that. I feel like they had been through enough shuffling that I think if EJ heard it, he'd have been like, I didn't hear it.
I was also ready to quit because I'm like, I can't do this by myself. They're done too much. I can't play more music. Like we have to play less music this hour. I legitimately to this day am. I tell now it's an open thing.
Yeah.
Like, I tell people at the station, and they're like, "How the hell didn't you get fired?" I go,
"I'll tell you what, because I think EJ was giving me an early Christmas present."
That was it. At least when I said shit, it was like off the thing. It was like,
yeah, you weren't like on the mic, but you could still hear you.
I'll tell you what. That day I got my resume and my tape together because I thought I was actually. I was like, what a way to go! First time.
If I didn't get fired for the F-bomb, you weren't getting fired for the S-bomb.
I'd have been fine. And then we got fired and I found a home. So it doesn't really. I texted Raz too. I go, she's going to get fired today.
Oh my God.
I was prepared. I was like, that's it. What a way to go.
Go out with a bang.
That was ridiculous.
Well, Merry effing Christmas.
We made it through. I'm shocked. Don't tell anybody there that you did that, though. Well, they're going to listen to this and they're going to know now.
I'm pretty sure we've already talked about it in length in front of people.
No, I don't think I've admitted that I was like, she's getting canned today. I'm going to take the rest of the week off. Because here's was my plan, right? I was going to, if you would have got fired, I was going to just take off and then like have some controversy swirl around it and then just show back up to get ratings up. Spin your fault into a positive thing for myself, which is a great lesson everybody should learn.
Smart. That would have been smart.
Create the hype. Like we did a couple. I was on a show and we did like 2 fake suspensions to like get people to tune in.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, it was a little different of a show, clearly. It was sports. And the show was a little bit controversial. So we were like, let's do some fake suspensions. And they worked. And then he got fired. Well, I left and then he got fired. So someone did wind up getting fired there. And it was not me.
Oh, man. Well, before we go, is there anything we should talk about?
I'm going to say some things.
Okay.
But it hasn't come out yet, obviously. Like you would know when there's no press release.
Right.
I have a job and I'm moving, and that's the end of what I'm going to say.
Okay.
We can talk about how I have no idea how to pack and I've moved 6 times. I leave in a week and a half. I've done nothing. 0. I need Adderall. I legitimately need Adderall. I don't know where to start. I'm not bringing any furniture. I'm just going with my car because I priced it out. What you said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like I was like texting you. I'm like, what should I use? U-Haul. All right. With anybody that needs to move. Deanna used the U-Haul boxes. I was going to use them. It's the best price out there to move stuff.
Yeah, it really is.
But I like priced it out. And then I was like, okay, but then I have to get a truck when it gets delivered because there's no place to dump this thing where I'm going to move, I think.
No, they store it at the U-Haul facility.
Okay, but then I'd have to get a truck and then I have to find people to help me move the stuff and probably pay them. You know what I mean? So I was like, no. Now you are different because you had a full house. Like you're not going to get rid of your full house.
Yeah. Well, actually,
I own nothing.
I don't know. So like currently our U-boxes are sitting at a local U-Haul. Yeah. I think that they eventually get delivered to where we need them to be delivered to. And then we empty them and then they pick them up.
Yeah. So like what I would have brung is a king size bed, a dresser, and like a small couch. And it was like $1,500. And then all on top of it. And I just went, I can literally buy everything and just have it delivered to my door for the same price.
Yeah.
Costco beds. If you're out there, Costco mattresses, Costco beds, Costco furniture, cheap.
That's true.
Cheap sitting wise, cheap price wise.
No, but when you're bringing enough for like a 1-bedroom apartment, it probably is all the same, and then you can just get brand new stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get like a mattress. I'm gonna get a bed frame that has drawers underneath, so like that kind of I can push the bureau off.
Yeah.
I went apartment touring, and I told the girl, I'm like, "There's 3 things I require. One, like 2, walkability, and I need an island because I refuse to buy a kitchen table that I will never eat at.
Yeah.
So I got an island, and I'm just gonna get bar stools. So I'm like, the last apartment I had, I just never bought a table.
Can I tell you how?
At it. What?
I am so happy you just used the word walkability, because that has been one of my primary requirements. And I heard Jacob tell my mom the other day, if she says walkability one more time.
Oh my gosh, it's like a new term for her. She got hyper fixated on it.
Like, Jacob can't stand to hear me say the word walkability. And I'm so happy you just said it, because you understand how important it is.
I will say that now, mind you, the spot I am moving, it's a little bougier, which I like realized afterwards.
Yeah.
But there's no like dive bars. So I already plan on moving in a year to somewhere where there are. Like I think I'm gonna buy a bike. I think that's gonna be like because there's some bars. They're not. My friends call them Franiac bars because they're used to like bougie stuff. I'm like, I want somewhere gross. Like,
yeah,
I want a bar where like you can't poop. You know what I mean? And I poop at bars. I'll admit that because I have a sensitive stomach. But like, the dive bar that I want is like, should I sit down? Right? That's what I want.
Yeah. And
they call them Franiac bars. That's what it is. Because I'm like, yeah, because that's where you meet people. Duh. And stories come from there. So yeah, I leave in a week and a half, and I've done 0. I did donate some stuff to a local thrift store because I refuse to go to Goodwill now because I know they throw it all out.
Yeah.
So this for like women and domestic abuse. So like
that's
I
nice.
was like, and they take everything. I gave them a drone the other day because I had a drone. I have a lot of stuff.
You had a drone? Are you the one flying the drone?
No. It was I got it like an auction, but it was like it's not like a picture one. It's like a kid's one. Like, do you guys want a drone? And the girl was like, hell yeah. I'm like, this is my people right here.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the thing. I think it's hard for me to start packing because like I don't have anything. Right?
Yeah.
So I could delay it. Like I'm just gonna. I have so many clothes and I don't wear 90% of them.
Yeah.
And kitchen stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, you just, you take the things that you think you can't live without if you were going to go on vacation. And then when you're there after like a couple weeks, you figure out what else you need.
I haven't told you this yet. I flew twice. In both times, I had to get my crotch patted down.
No way.
Yes. I was like, number one, it is very invasive, and they give you an option to go behind the screen, and I was like, no, because it's weird. And then they do it like in front of people, and like they feel everything.
What did they think you had?
So let me let the dog in real quick. Okay, hold on. Okay. So it was my crotch kept going off and like the left side of my stuff. So I'm going, is there metal in my stuff? I'm like, did I eat something metallic and now it's just festering in me? So they pull me aside. This is going to and coming from. Okay, I wore 2 different pairs of pants too to see if it was the pants.
What? He's
like, all right. So the first one, they make you like put one leg forward and one leg back, and then they go up and down your thigh like this, and then they go around the butt, and then they go like this and go around the front, and they do it like 6 times. Like there's a full pat down. The second time, it was less invasive, but there was more pressure. You can take that as it is. So the second time, I'm like, this happened twice. I've worn 2 different pairs of pants, okay? The only thing that could set it off is a zipper. So I guess the guy was saying that when you take your belt off, if your pants droop a little bit, it'll set off the scanner, which I didn't know.
What?
He said like roll them up a little bit or like pull them up as high as you can before you go through the put your hands up thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like twice.
That's
do they think they have
interesting.
a gun on me or something?
If you don't want to get felt up, pull up your pants.
Yeah. I'm like, I told him, I go, there ain't much room in these pants. I ain't hiding anything in here. Like, I'm trying to make light of it. They're obviously taking their job seriously, which they probably should. I'm like, what do you think I'm hiding, dog? Like, there ain't nothing in there.
Oh my God.
I'm not an idiot. And I'm like, I'm flying with one bag. Like late, one was an early flight, one was a late night flight. I mean, it's just, it is a full pat down.
That's awkward.
I've gotten the one where it's just like your armpits, like you just put your hands out there, like,
yeah.
But I mean, he's like, all right, so then separate your legs. And I'm like, what the hell? They're like, do you want to go behind the screen? So I said no the first time. I thought it was going to be like a nut tap. It was not. It was getting felled up in freaking PHL. They're putting the felt in PHL.
Oh my God.
It was insane. It was insane. Anyway, pull up your pants.
But you got an early Christmas present too.
Like, I'm like, it's like two old dudes. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh no.
And everybody looks at you. Everybody. I'm like, I'm the least intimidating person here. Like, what the hell?
Oh boy.
And like behind me was like a band that I know. I'm like, this is great. I'm like, yeah, we play your music on the air. And then I was just getting felled up in front of them. It was horrible.
Memories.
Anyway, that's it. I don't know when the press release is coming out.
Well,
nor do I know when I'm on the air the first day. Like, I'm moving and then we're figuring it out. There's a lot involved.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Justin got a new job and he's moving, and you'll learn more soon.
Thank God, because I'm like pretty sure we were all going to get fired anyway here. So again, same company.
Oh God! All right.
No one's sad, so that's probably a good sign that I probably should leave.
Yeah.
They will miss my crappy banter.
You know when it's your time.
It's been for about a year and a half. I'm working every single day until I leave.
Oh my gosh.
One, because I need money. Two, because I like money. So,
All right.
That's it.
Well, we'll leave it at that.
So if you want to get felled up, droop your pants.
Droop your pants down a little.
You're getting action for Christmas.
All right. Bye, mayonnaise.
Bye.